Hey guys, I'm Melissa from Melisfit and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I finally decided to start making videos because I just want to find more ways to connect with you guys in terms of yoga, health, beauty, fitness. So I thought what I would do today is kind of explain a little bit of my background, how I got here, how I went from a CPA working in the corporate world to a fitness blogger and fitness model, and in hopes that you can get to know me a little bit better and then maybe I can get to know you a little bit better. So I lived in Florida before I moved to LA. I worked as an accountant for 6 years. I went to school there, I got my master's in accounting, I got my CPA, all the above. I started going to this workout class called Pure Barre. It was in my building and I wanted to try it out. I had tried it out a few years back and I was like, I'm gonna get back into this. I wanna lose a little bit of weight, I wanna look good for the summer, whatever the case was. I checked out Pure Barre and I became obsessed. I went every single day, like 2 times a day if they let me, but definitely every single day. I would look at the Pure Barre instructors and I would say, this is what I want to do. I want to own a Pure Barre. I want to teach Pure Barre. I love how it's changed my life and I want to share this with other people. I approached the manager and she said to me that she thought I would be a great teacher, but they weren't looking at the time and she's actually wanted to talk to me about teaching. I was a little bit bummed out that that studio wasn't looking for teachers because the closest studio was like an hour away. I heard that they were opening a new studio and the manager of the studio I went to came up to me and said, they're looking for instructors. I'm going to connect you. I went to lunch with the new manager and I said, I think I jumped the gun. I would love to teach, but I work 50 hours a week and the only time that I could teach is like before work or on the weekends. So I was a little bit stressed out about that. And she looked at me and she said, this is perfect because the only time slot we need is 6 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Went to training, got back, started teaching. I actually taught the first class at that studio. I just loved it. I had never experienced anything like that, teaching group exercise classes, connecting with people on a level about their health, their fitness, their body. I started to get a little bit anxious and I was like, I just want to teach, and I would teach in all my free time. I started recording some of the things that I was doing. I would take a picture of my class or I would take a picture of me before class and I would put it up on my Instagram, and I noticed I was getting a really great response from people, just really proud of me or really supportive. I definitely felt a little weird posting photos of myself doing fitness or taking photos of my class. I started to get really into yoga. The girl that I worked with at Pure Barre was a big yogi. She's now one of my best friends in the world, and she really got me into yoga. And I was also going through a really difficult time in my life where I really needed an outlet. There were some things happening that just were bringing me down and I didn't feel like myself. I found yoga as an outlet, and I was self-taught at first. I would take a mat with me in the morning. I'd go out to the beach. I'd do my self-practice. I'd watch the sunrise. I started to videotape it, and I would go through the video and I would screenshot photos from my practice and I would post it on my Instagram. I would write something motivational that maybe I needed to hear that day. Before you know it, I just started like building a community of people, and I had people supporting me and I was supporting them, and I found Instagram to be a really great outlet for me in a really, really difficult time in my life. I started doing like yoga challenges and just like getting myself out there in the yoga community. I didn't feel like I was your traditional yogi, and I felt like my form wasn't great and I didn't know what I was doing. But then I realized that every yoga practice is unique to everybody's life. So I realized that it's what I needed, and it didn't really matter what other people thought about it. Definitely people I knew made fun of me. Some people were like, how did you take your photos this morning, and who gets up with you at sunrise? And it hurt my feelings that a lot of people thought I was being a little bit self-centered or caring about myself so much that I took so many photos of myself. But at the end of the day, it made me feel so good, so I just kept doing it. It made me happy. And I think at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. All of a sudden, brands started reaching out to me that were based in South Florida. They wanted to meet with me, they wanted to shoot with me, and I had never done anything like that before. So I decided that, maybe if these brands wanted to hire me for modeling, maybe I should try to get an agency. I was so nervous because, first of all, I'm a little bit older to be getting into modeling. At that time, I was maybe like 26 or 27, and usually models, you know, they get started much earlier in life. I've been sitting at a desk for 100 years. So someone took a chance on me, and, you know, it gave me experience in going out on castings and really balancing a schedule. I was working full time. After work, before work, weekends, I was going to castings, I was teaching exercise classes, and I was still curating photos for Melissfit. I'm trying to build a business, build a brand, figure out what my next step is. You know, I'm not happy as an accountant. I was at work, I was just sitting and dreaming about all the things I wanted to be doing, and I had always wanted to move to Los Angeles. I spent the next few months carefully figuring out how I would make it work, how I would live, how all of it would come together. I saved. I also bought a house, so I knew that that was going to be a challenge, selling the house. Then I decided my first move when I got to LA is I wanted to do my yoga teacher training, because yoga was my life. It saved my life. It was everything to me, and I wanted to learn more about the practice. Fate had it that there was a yoga teacher training starting in January of 2016. I was looking to move right then. It was a month-long training, 8 to 5 every day, and I figured, you know what, this is a great basis for me to just take time off, do my yoga teacher training. I can still work on the blog a little bit and just figure myself out. You know, I just felt like I needed a reset button after working in corporate America for so many years. Long story short, sold my house. I gave my job a pretty hefty notice so that they had time to figure it out, and they were great and supportive, and I packed up my life, and Brady and I moved across the country to LA. I did my yoga teacher training, and after that I was like, okay, I need to figure out what my next steps are. Decided I was going to focus on my blogs full time, Melissfit and Yogaspiration. Really worked on my page, and I worked on sponsorships, and I worked on creating content and adding value. I actually did a lot of social media consulting too, because I love social media, and I felt that I could add value to some of the brands that were reaching out to me. So literally anything I needed to do in the realm of what I had skills in, yoga, blogging, social media, modeling, I was like, I'm going to go full in, and I'm going to figure it out. I decided I was going to actively try to seek representation again. I fell into a few amazing things. I fell into fit modeling, which, if you don't know what fit modeling is, it's when you are used as the model to have clothes for brands fit to you. So that ended up working out really well for me. I went to my dream agency, which was Wilhelmina, and I went in and I ended up signing with them, which was amazing. I know that a lot of you in the past have asked on my page modeling questions, so I'm so happy to do a video about that. Then I just started continuing to work on the blog and provide yoga to everyone, provide fitness to everyone, and just continue to pursue my dream. It's hard. I work a lot. I worked a lot as a CPA. I work way more now, but I'm happy. And I think that's all that matters, is that you do things that make you happy and that inspire you and that make you want to get up every day and start again. So what should you expect on this channel? What is it all about? What are we going to be doing here? So on the Melissfit YouTube channel, I'm going to be showing you yoga tips, yoga flows, fitness tips, workouts, health tips, beauty tips, product reviews, and everything in between. I'm also going to be sitting down like this and giving you guys my tips and tricks for becoming your own boss, building an Instagram page, things like that. So basically it's just going to be a full encompassment of everything that I have to offer you guys, because you guys share so much with me and I just want to share it back with you. So I hope you're as excited as I am, because Brady and I are so excited. If you have suggestions about videos that you want to see, make sure to leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never, ever, ever, ever miss a video, because that would make me really sad. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Melissfit_. That's really where it all started. Thank you so much for watching this. I look forward to reading your comments below, and I love you. Signing off. Bye.